sun shining through my window splashes on my face and wakes me up. I stretch in a wide yawn and glance at the clock. Nearly 10. I'm glad I got a chance to sleep in after the party last night, but I don't want to waste my weekend. I hop out of bed and get ready for the day. What's my plan for today? So, I don't have a lot of options. I go to call Valerie's number. Yeah, it's missing the apostrophe. When I notice a text message that came in earlier today. It's from Valerie. Hey, I'm heading over to the park in just a bit. I'll meet you there soon to finish up that assignment. She didn't even confirm with me before going. What if I was unavailable? Though I suppose she probably intends to finish the assignment one way or another. I better head out then. After making my plans, I head downstairs.
Oh hey! Didn't see you there,
What?
Oh hey! Didn't see you there, big bro.
She seems to be back to her usual self. I'm glad to see you're feeling better.
Oh yeah, I definitely am.
As she speaks, a devilish smile graces her lips. She's up to something.
Anyway, you going out today?
Yeah, why? She starts giggling.
No reason.
Okay. Hey, I'm actually glad I ran into you. I want to apologize.
Apologize?
Yeah, I saw your text from a couple days ago, and I'm sorry I didn't answer. I didn't have my phone on me, so I didn't see them until too late. Nikki crosses her arms.
Yeah, sure. Likely story.
No, really, I accidentally left it in my gear.
What?
Twice.
Oh, come on. At least come up with something more believable.
Okay then, I was just ignoring you. You're right, I didn't answer your text on purpose.
That is so rude.
Exactly. Why would I do that to my little sister?
Because you're secretly a big mean jerkface?
Oh yeah? Well, this big mean jerkface is going to prove you wrong. I pull up my messages and flash the phone in her face. Rolling her eyes, she reluctantly takes a look. What do you mean by oh? Nikki bites her lip as she continues scrolling.
No.
She hands back my phone. She seems worried about something. Probably for how mean she was to me yesterday. It's okay, Nikki. I understand why you were angry yesterday, but I want you to know I didn't do it on purpose. No hard feelings, right?
About that.
Huh?
Remember when you said you were going out today?
Yeah.
You might not want to do that.
Why not? Nikki shuffles her feet and continues to bite her lip.
Because you definitely don't want to go into the garage.
My eyes widen. I spin on my heel and race towards the garage as Nikki cries out for me to wait. Throwing open the door, I feel like a hand is squeezing my heart. Nikki catches up with me and cringes.
Now, before you get mad,
Nikki?
just remember that I was really annoyed with you and wanted revenge.
Not helping. She quiets down, but she can't stand the silence.
At least it looks really pretty now.
It looks like a unicorn threw up all over my baby. All I can do is stare in horror at the glittery desecration of my beautiful bike. Nikki hides her face in her hands.
I'm sorry. I promise I'll clean it up.
Yeah, you will.
Let me get a bucket.
Nikki turns to leave, but I sigh. Not right now. I have to go. I take another look at the pink sparkles winking in the light. Maybe I should take the bus. No, I can't. The bus won't come for another 20 minutes, and I need to leave now.
Okay, I'll clean it up later then.
I nod. With a grimace, I reluctantly ease myself onto my bike. The engine roars to life and glitter flutters behind me in a rainbow trail of happiness. This is so embarrassing. I park my bike and text Valerie that I'm at the entrance of the park. Although she responds that she's close, it's still another 10 minutes before she arrives dressed in a skirt and heels. She greets me playfully.
I hope you weren't waiting too long.
No, what's the deal with your outfit?
This is what you're supposed to wear on a date.
You mean she was serious this whole time? A date?
Of course. That's what we agreed upon, isn't it?
I didn't think... I feel the heat flush my face. Valerie smiles.
Oh my. Are you blushing?
No. All that does is make my face redder. Valerie giggles. Okay, well, we should get started. She nods.
What did you have in mind?
The assignment wants us to find the pillars of town, which are the heart of the park. So I guess we should start walking.
Good idea.
She grabs my hand and leads me deeper into the park. As we continue to walk, her pace wanes. You okay?
Of course.
Valerie smiles, but I can tell she's uncomfortable. I hold out my arm for her to take. Here, you can lean on me for support. She shakes her head.
Honestly, I'm fine.
Suddenly, her ankle wobbles. I wrap my arm around her and hold her steady as she regains her balance. She glances at me in surprise, and I think I see a blush on her cheeks. Then her usual smile returns to her face, and she snakes an arm around my own, leaning slightly into me. Now it's my turn to blush. Soon we reach a large fountain. In the center stands a statue of a woman who seems to grow out of the water. Tears trickle from her eyes, and water flows down from a giant pearl in her hands. Sea creatures cling to her dress, which looks to be made of foam. Surrounding the fountain are 4 stone columns. Valerie breathes a sigh of wonder.
She's beautiful, but she looks so sad.
I wonder who she is. As Valerie continues to gaze at the statue, I circle the fountain for a plaque. Ah. It says she is popularly known as Umiko, and she is the protector of the island. So Umiko is supposed to mean child of the sea?
What does she protect them from?
I squint at the plaque. She was a villager from Isokaze and was married to a fisherman. He was a good man, and the two of them were happy, but no matter how hard they tried, she was unable to conceive a child. One day, her husband came home with an unusually large catch. I want to say this is supposed to be with an unusually large catch. As he sorted through the fish, he found a young boy tangled in his net. Thinking it a gift from the gods, he wrapped the child in a blanket and brought him home to his wife. Umiko was thrilled and immediately took the child like her own son. The boy was extremely curious about the world above the sea and happily adopted Umiko as his mother. Valerie kneels beside me.
But the boy was the son of the Dragon King, who transformed into a human and came on land to collect his son and bring him back to the sea. But as his gaze landed on Umiko, whose face was wet with tears, he fell in love and wished to take her back to his palace beneath the waves. Umiko refused, angering the king. He reverted to his dragon form and called upon the ocean waves to swallow the village. One way or the other, she would be with him in the sea.
Valerie pauses and wrinkles her nose.
Of course Samantha's a temper tantrum because he can't get his way.
It's just a story. No need to get so worked up. It's not even real. I mean, everyone knows dragons don't exist.
It's real to the people of this island. Otherwise, this statue wouldn't exist.
She gestures to the fountain. I guess. I turn back to the plaque. As Umiko watched the destruction of the waves, she agreed to join the Dragon King. Among protests from her husband, she threw herself into the ocean. Then the servants of the king dragged Umiko down to the palace.
The servants must be the sea creatures. That's why they're clinging to her dress.
I nod. Still, the Dragon King continued to flood the island to ensure Umiko would never be tempted to return to the surface. Unable to watch her people suffering while the king slept, Umiko dislodged the pearl which granted the dragon his power from his chest, and swallowed it.
Ew.
Yeah. Valerie continues reading.
Since then, Umiko continues to protect the village from the Dragon King's wrath, and in return, the people throw a festival in her honor.
This story has no ending. That's the end of the story?
Yeah.
But what happened next? Valerie giggles.
I had no idea you were so interested.
I'm not, but you can't not end a story.
There is an ending. She uses the power of the sea to protect her village.
That's a cop-out ending. Why didn't the dragon just take back his pearl? Or strike her down or something? Or is he dead? Maybe the pearl was the source of his power. Valerie looks amused.
For someone who isn't interested, you sure have a lot of questions.
None of this makes any sense.
Maybe we can look up the rest of the story in the library.
I shrug. If you want. Valerie stares at the fountain, but I can't read the expression on her face. What did you think about the story? She looks unusually solemn.
She was put into an unfair situation and did what she felt she needed to do. It's very admirable, but it's also sad. Once the Dragon King showed up, Umiko's life was no longer her own to live. But at least she hasn't been forgotten.
That's true. I'm curious about the festival they throw in her honor. Do you know anything about it? She shakes her head.
Maybe we'll learn more about her in class.
Speaking of class, we should probably get started on those pillars. Valerie snaps to attention.
Right.
We wander the corners of the fountain where each pillar stands. A word is carved into each one of them. Benevolence, achievement, honor, and virtue. I pull out my phone and take a picture of each column.
Ooh, are you keeping a memento of our date because you're having such a good time?
It's not a date. Valerie just laughs. And no, I'm doing the assignment. The next step is to define what we think each pillar means.
Okay.
Any ideas?
For which one?
Let's do it, just for the hell of it. Abstinence. Valerie smirks.
No.
It's not about sex. She winks.
I know. It's about self-restraint. Especially during times of low supplies, people should strive to control their indulgences.
I'm sure this became a pillar back when the village suffered from floods and bad harvests like in Umiko's story.
I agree.
So these are actually, this was one of them, this was one of them, and then the other two were honor and virtue. Abstinence wasn't one of those, and neither was fortitude, really. I don't know if this is a consistency error or what exactly, but yeah, something's going on here. So fortitude.
It's pretty straightforward. It's perseverance. And I think it's mostly geared towards mental and emotional perseverance instead of physical. Even when times are hard, we must remember to keep moving forward and to always have hope.
Valerie looks thoughtful.
I wonder if Umiko's husband always hoped that she would come back to him, or if he gave up on her.
I don't know.
I think he probably gave up as soon as the Dragon King set his sights on her.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. Valerie just shrugs. Achievement.
I think it means we mustn't squander the life we are given. Each goal we achieve, be it small or large, brings us one step closer to fulfillment.
After all, you never know when a Dragon King will fall in love with you.
And ruin your life forever.
Well then. Benevolence.
I think, just like its definition, it's a reminder to do kindly unto others.
Kind of like Umiko's sacrifice. She put her own wants and needs aside to take care of her village.
I don't know how much of it was sacrifice, since she was forced into it.
Technically, she did have a choice. She could either go with him into the ocean or die with everyone on the shore.
That's not much of a choice.
Still counts. Lawyered. Valerie frowns as she crosses her arms. Calm down, Cowrie. Valerie bursts out laughing.
She does that quite a bit, doesn't she?
Valerie looks amused.
Well, the rest of the project should be a breeze now that I've done all the hard work.
That wasn't my intention. I was just curious what your interpretation of the words are, and if they're the same as mine.
Of course.
She winks. But I really am just curious. Since we've gotten all our pictures, let's head back.
Sure.
Valerie nods and starts walking. Suddenly she stumbles.
Ah,
I rush to her. What happened? Are you okay?
no!
She holds up the remains of her shoe.
My heel broke!
What?
Do you know how hard it is to find the perfect pair of heels?
I can honestly say that I do not. She sighs, slips off her broken shoe, and balances on one foot. Maybe we should head back. We got the pictures and can finish the rest of the project later.
Yeah.
She hesitates, reluctantly to let her bare foot touch the ground. I have a solution. I'll carry you, okay?
No, you don't have to. I can walk.
She puts down a tentative foot and takes a couple of uneven steps. I sling an arm around her waist. She glances at me.
What are you doing?
Picking you up.
Wouldn't it be easier for me to jump on your back?
Only the princess treatment for you. That's no way to treat a princess. Valerie giggles.
I like the way you think.
She doesn't protest as I lift her in my arms. Valerie falls silent, and I can't help but wonder what she is thinking. Without her sharp tongue, she seems strangely vulnerable. Once we reach my bike, her eyes grow wide.
That's your bike?
For a second, I'd forgotten about the rainbow sparkles. It doesn't usually look like this. Valerie doesn't even try to hold in her laughter. Tears form in her eyes.
Uh-huh. Are you sure you don't have any experience picking out heels?
It sounds to me like you're able to walk on your own now, so...
No! I'm sorry.
Valerie clings to me and buries her face in my shirt, trying to calm her laughter. Once she's calmed down, I gently place her on the back of my bike and climb out in front of her. Without my prompting, she wraps her arms around me. I'm suddenly glad she can't see my face. It seems like this isn't your first time on a bike.
No. My mother had a boyfriend who drove a motorcycle back in France, so I got used to riding one.
Had.
Yes.
Valerie doesn't offer up an explanation, so I start the engine and head back to Ace. She leans on me the entire ride back. Soon I'm parking my bike at Ace. I can take you to your dorm. As I slide off, I hold out my arms, but Valerie shakes her head. She hops off the bike and flashes me her usual smirk.
It's only our first date. Way too early to be bringing poison to my room.
It's not a date. She smiles and kisses me on the cheek.
Thank you for taking me home.
I don't know, let's just do this one. My cheeks burn, and suddenly I can't remember how to speak. Sure. Valerie giggles.
I'll have the project done tonight. This is my way of thanking you for being such a gentleman. You can look everything over and turn it in.
Wait, you're not doing all of it, are you? Valerie merely smirks.
Anyway, this was nice. Let's do it again sometime.
Yeah, I like that.
I will wear sturdier shoes.
I'd like that too. She laughs and slips the other shoe off her foot. Then she waves goodbye as she heads back to her dorm. I still don't think it's fair for Valerie to do the whole project herself, but if that's what she wants, then I can't stop her. I'll just be sure to help with revisions. I hop back on my bike and head home. When I arrive home, Uncle Kaito is staring at the phone with a silly grin on his face. We'll greet him normally because I have a bad feeling about this. Hey, Uncle Kaito. He glances at me.
You're back? How was your day?
Good. Seems like yours was good too. Kaito smiles even broader.
I just got off the phone with Yuki and I am saved.
Saved?
She called me today and apologized for going against our agreement.
Pieces of our last conversation resurface in my memory. Ah, the agreement you made when you two separated. Uncle Kaito nods.
She says that she can make the restaurant opening ceremony after all.
See? Everything worked out.
Yeah, I don't know what I was so worried about. Yuki has always been reliable and a true friend. Even after we separated, she was always there when I needed her.
Sounds like you still care for her. It seems like you care really deeply for her.
Well, of course. I did love her.
Maybe you still do.
Who do you think you are, the love doctor?
I'm just saying.
This is the way things are between Yuki and I, and this is how it needs to stay.
If you say so.
So, I don't want to hear any more out of you.
Alright, I trust your judgment.
You're grounded if you keep this up, mister.
What? No! Uncle Kaido laughs.
I'm just messing with you.
Hello?
We both turn to see Nikki wearing her signature smile. As she glances over at me, her smile falters.
Before you say it, I'll go clean up your bike now.
Clean up his bike?
You don't want to know. Kaido grins.
Well, I have a bit of free time now, and I'm in the mood to celebrate. Do you guys want to watch something on Netflix?
Nikki perks up at the idea, then stares pleadingly at me. Nikki? Before I have a chance to speak, she pouts her lips and looks at me with puppy dog eyes. You know that won't work.
Please?
Her voice chokes up. Aw, man. Okay, fine. You can stay for one episode. Nikki beams.
Yay! Thanks, bro.
Kaido laughs at our exchange as we settle onto the couch.
You're going to be in real trouble, kiddo, if you give in so easily to the ladies.
Tell me about it.
Only for me.
Nikki leans against me and snuggles into a comfortable position. What are you doing?
Shush, pillow.
I think about protesting but realize how useless that'd be. Kaido notices my sigh of resignation and grins.
Forget about being in trouble, you're already doomed.
I shrug. You think I'd be immune to her witchcraft after 17 years of this?
What do you guys want to watch?
Breaking gear. A senior robotics professor who is diagnosed with cancer gets caught up in the world of methamphetamines to support his family financially after he's gone.
Oh, this is my favorite show of all time. Do you guys remember when...
No. Nikki and I each put a hand over Kaido's mouth. No spoilers.
Yeah, we haven't finished yet.
Kaido nods and we remove our hands.
Okay, sure. So that probably means you don't want to know that...
Nikki quickly covers her ears.
No!
Stop.
This is great. I'll stop now.
We both glare at Kaito suspiciously.
Let's watch it. You won't hear any spoilers from me.
Then it's settled. Kaido navigates through Netflix and selects the show. To be honest, I was hoping there'd be some sort of age thing that would have come up. He'd say you were too young to watch that or something, but oh well. After binge watching a few episodes, Kaido stretches and pushes off the couch.
That was a great break. I have to get some work done before midnight, though.
Alright.
Don't stay up too late, you two.
Okay.
Kaido retreats into the kitchen where his laptop and papers are scattered. Nikki heaves a long sigh.
Well, I guess it's time for me to clean off your bike.
Before she can point her sad eyes at me, I shake my head. You can do it tomorrow. She immediately brightens up.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to get started on my homework.
Ha, homework.
Yes, homework. Not all of us automatically ace exams, you know.
I shrug. I can't help it. Let me know if you need help, though.
Thanks. It's nothing too difficult, just a lot of questions to go through.
Okay. We both nod, say our goodnights to Kaido, and head to our rooms. I spend the rest of the evening relaxing until it's time to sleep. As I crawl into bed, my phone buzzes. I open up a text from Sho. Hey, guess what holiday is coming up next month? I'll give you a hint. We're all going to the beach. You interested? A holiday in which we all go to the beach? I have no idea what that holiday is, but I already like it. I text back. You know it. So, yeah, I'm gonna put the break here, but the other thing I wanted to talk about is, with the whole dragon story, I have a feeling that's going to play out somehow in Valerie's arc. The question is then, who are we, the dragon or the dragon slayer? But that's gonna have to wait till next time, or probably quite a few episodes till now, since that will be when her arc really starts to unravel.